Good day children, Sai Ram and welcome back to our next session of this lesson, that is chapter number 10, Urbanization. In our previous lecture, we have learned about the advantages of urbanization, in which we have learned about the social harmony, modernization, then the better facilities like amenities and facilities, okay, like medical facilities, transport facilities and all. Then we have also learned about the problems due to urbanization. In problems due to urbanization, we have learned the first thing, that is the slums. Due to the slums, what is happening? There is a ill health of the people. Health related issues are created just because of the slums. Okay, that we have learned in our previous lecture. Now let's continue with our problems faced by the urbanization. Our next problem is the traffic jams. As you all know, as the cities are growing, okay, people start living. Now when as the cities are growing, more people are attracted towards the city, but in the city hardly any place is there to live. So what do the people start doing? The people start living on the outskirts or the suburbs of the city, that is outside the outside part of the city. From there they will travel from the suburbs to the main offices or businesses, industries, etc. Okay, so as the cities are growing, people also start living, okay, either on the outskirts or the suburbs of the city, from where every day they commute from the suburbs to the center, okay, center of the city. Okay, commute here means travel. Okay, they have to travel from the suburbs or the outskirts till the center of the city, either for businesses, for industries, for trade, for jobs, for education, for anything. Okay, but they have to do up and down always from the suburbs till the center of the city. Okay, now just because of this, what happens? The public transportation which is there, that is not at all enough. Okay, because the public transportation, as you all know, public transportation means the trains, local trains, okay, the buses which are TMT buses and all which are there. These are the things, these are the public transport which are not at all enough. Okay, just because of this, what happened? This give rise to private vehicles. Okay, and more private vehicles come up. The private vehicle increases in the city, and just because of the increase in the private vehicle, what happened? Traffic jams take place. And just because of the traffic jams, what happened? Again, the traveling time increases. We just travel from one place to the other, just in the vehicles, just to save our time. But here what is happening? Just because of more and more vehicles, and just because of this traffic jams, what happened? The time also increase over here. The traveling time is increasing, one and the same thing. Okay, so it is not making a much of a difference because of the traffic jams. Because of the traffic jams, again the traveling time is increasing. Okay, so this is how traffic jams influences, or we can say is a disadvantage for the urbanization. Okay, traffic jam is a disadvantage for the urbanization. Well, if at all anytime you have got caught in a traffic jam, you all must be knowing it takes hours together to just go through the traffic. You can see in this picture how the traffic looks like. Okay, when it is traffic jam, how it looks like, you can see over here. Okay children, now the next thing, that is pollution. Okay, you are very much familiar about this problem, that is pollution problem. And this type of problem, that is a pollution problem, it takes place mainly in the cities. Okay, pollution takes place mainly in the cities, and this pollution has an adverse effects on the urban life, because the air is polluted. Okay, so there is so much of noise pollution, there is so much of water pollution. Okay, and it is clearly visible also that so much of a pollution is there in the city. You all must have noticed when you all go to the village, when you all go to your native place, the air you are breathing in your native place is totally different. You can notice the difference in the air what you are breathing. Okay, the air when you are going to your native place, the air which you are breathing over there is much more clear and clean, okay, than the air what we breathe in the cities. Okay, so as the cities are increasing, the pollution is increasing, and all type of pollution is in the cities mainly. Air pollution, noise pollution, water pollution, all type of pollution. Now, as there is an increase in the development of the cities, what happens? There is a paucity of facilities. Whatever facilities are there in the society or in the city, there is a scarcity of it. So many people, facilities are so much only, okay, or very few or very less. Okay, so there is a paucity of facilities which everyone does not get the benefit of it. So what happens over here? Breaking of laws takes place, okay, which creates again a pollution problem. So thus pollution becomes a big problem in the cities. As cities grow, pollution also increases. Okay, so we say pollution is a major problem of the cities. In the cities, why does actually this pollution and all takes place? Just because of the factories which are there. Then the more and more people are staying in the city, so what happens? More and more residential waste is there. Okay, so all this creates a pollution. Okay, then the vehicles which are moving, that makes the noise pollution. The factories having big machine, that makes the noise pollution. Okay, this factories let out the dirty water into the rivers and all, that creates water pollution. Okay, so in this way what happens? There is more and more pollution in the cities. You can see the picture over here. Okay, in the first picture you can see the contamination of soil due to waste water. Okay, the soil is getting contaminated. So, and in the next picture you can see the dumping ground. Okay, you can see the dumping ground where the residential waste is dumped in that place. Okay, and just because of this dumping ground, what happens? Again the pollution is created. Then you can see this in the third picture. Okay, the waste, plastic bags and all. Okay, how they are dumped in that place. Then you can see over here in the fourth picture, the nala. Okay, instead of the water, what you can see over there in the water, in the nala over there? All the residential waste you can see. As well as you can see that the water is stagnant over there. It is not at all moving. Okay, it remains stagnant over there. Just because of stagnant water, what happens? More and more mosquitoes breed over it. Okay, then the people, those who are staying nearby and all, what happens to them? All health related issues come up with it. Okay, so these are the urbanization effects. Okay children, I hope you all have understood till here. Now let's move on to the next problem. Before that, you can see over here the factory which is letting out the smoke, black color smoke you can see over there. Okay, which also creates air pollution. Okay, our next problem of urbanization is crime. Okay, now as we have already learned in the migration part, that the people, those who are migrating, they always migrate from one place to the other, mainly for the employment. And it is not necessary that everyone will get a proper employment. So in such a condition, what happens? The people start looking out for illegal ways to earn money. Okay, and just because of these illegal ways, what happened? The crime rate in the cities increases. Now what are the types of crimes over here? Thefts, burglaries, scuffles, okay, then murders. All this type of crimes take place in the city area just because of the illegal ways to earn money. Now just because of these crimes, which are there, it creates a serious problem to law and order, which creates a pressure on the police as well as the judicial system. Okay, besides the above problem what we have learned, there are many other problems also created, like enormous increase in land prices. Okay, the land prices increases very high. Okay, then struggle between various groups create tension in the cities which can disturb even the social harmony of the cities. Okay children, so this was the problem faced by urbanization. Which are the problems faced by urbanization? First one was slums, then was traffic jams, then pollution, and the last one we have learned is crime. I hope children you have understood till here. Now let's see the do you know part over here. To update the cities using information technology and for handling the assets of the urban areas easily, a scheme called the Smart City came into being. The main aim of this program is to collect information regarding various aspects of the city through the use of ICT and carry out planned development of the cities. This can be used to strengthen the transportation and communication system of the city. It also includes response to emergency system in moments of crisis. Okay children, I hope you all have understood this lesson very well. Okay, so we have finished with our lesson urbanization. Okay, we'll start with a new lesson in our next lecture. Okay children, thank you.